society is chaotic. The racial divide, the class divide, the violence. There's a lot of things that need improvement, and I don't know if people are really up to trying to apply themselves to make the improvements, because it's such a struggle, and our leadership today is not where it should be, especially with our president. He's talking about he can pardon himself from being impeached, which is not really true, but he believes that as the president he has all the power. So it's making people think that if they were in power in the way that and manner that he is, well then that's what I should strive for, because that means that I have the power to pardon myself if I do wrong. And it's like with the shootings in the school, the kids are afraid, the parents are afraid, the teachers are afraid. It's like society as a whole, and it's like, how do we, come together to stop this? I don't really see a simple solution, because it's not anything where you can put a band-aid on it. It's like kids don't want to really go to school, parents don't really want to send their kids, and I know, like I used to teach kindergarten through 6th grade, and I don't think in today's society I would want to be part of going on a classroom campus. And if my child was young enough, he's finished with school, but if he was young enough he had to go to elementary or middle school or high school, I don't think I would want to send him either. I think I would want to homeschool him. I think the best solution is that you have to work on yourself as much as you possibly can, and then if it's possible you can volunteer, so you can maybe share some of the things that you believe to be a possible solution. Me personally, here on the West Coast, I think with the school situation, it sounds horrible to a lot of people that don't want to hear it, but I think we need to be like back east, like the schools in Chicago and New York, where they have the monitors at the door. If you come through the school, they can detect for weapons. It's almost like TSA at the airport. But it's possible that here in California and other states, that's where we have to go to if we want the kids to be safe. Then that way if they're carrying or harboring weapons. The social issues that are at hand today is very chaotic and complex. It's like you have Me Too, and it's been going on for years in Hollywood with the casting couch. And I guess it all depends on how bad someone wanted to be famous. I mean, even in the fashion industry, you have now the male models coming out saying the photographer is propositioned them and told them, if you really want to be a big time, this is what you have to do for me. And it's really sad that to a certain extent people allow themselves to be led over that ledge because I want to be famous, I want to make a lot of money, and you sell your integrity that way. And to a certain extent I can empathize, but then sometimes I say to myself, with a lot of the actresses that are coming out, with Harvey Weinstein, and he did this to me and this director did that to me. Well, to a certain extent you allowed it because you wanted to become famous, because you listen to some of the stories and things happen like 15, 20 years ago. I'm not disregarding them because they happened. I'm disregarding it because your choice that you made. You could have said, no, I'm not going there, no, I'm not doing that, and walked out. But because you wanted to be that famous model or that famous singer or that famous actor or actress, you went along with the program. And it's gotten me some flack because I feel that way. And then the racial issues at play, it's like, I was a child of the 60s, so I thought when I reached this age, you wouldn't have all the chaos and the hatred that we have. And it's like looking at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., what he preached. And it's like, we haven't went anywhere, in my personal opinion. We just went backwards. We didn't really go forward. We went forward 2 steps and we went 25 steps backwards. And it's just sad to me that now with the hatred of the Hispanics and President Trump stirring it up with, we're gonna build the wall and we're gonna keep people out, and the immigration factor, because you look at him, on both sides of his family. His father's people were from Germany, his mother was from Scotland. They were immigrants. They came here and they built this country up. They contributed in a positive way. So the way he states it, it makes it seem like if you're an immigrant, you're gonna come here and tear down America. And that's not true.
So
because it's almost like we have to have a group that we need to pick on, so the immigrants are going to be the ones that we're going to target. And we don't want to talk about the fact that my parents were immigrants. We don't want to talk about other people that their parents were immigrants 120 years ago, 100 years ago. We just want to face facts and look at what's going on today so we can turn the tide. But to me, that's a very negative thought process. It's not positive at all. Because what is it teaching the kids? It's teaching hatred. It's not teaching love. It's not teaching diversity. To be accepting of all people, all colors, all creeds, all genders, all nationalities. It's like what's going on with the transgenders. It's like you have some people that hate them because of the choice that they make or how they feel or how they behave. You have the bathroom situation where now people are coming in that are different sexes, but they haven't had the change of the sex change. So they dress in appearance as a male or they dress in appearance as a female. So technically they go into the men's bathroom or they go to the women's bathroom. And this has been going on for years. It's like, I don't think a lot of people have been aware enough to know that the woman in the dress and the long brown hair is not necessarily a woman. It was a man. And the same thing with the men with the men's bathroom. They've looked at a woman come in their bathroom and it's not a man, it's a woman, but they're going through the change.